3, 2, 1, go.
And the show has reached a new low. Disappointed!
Welcome back to A New Low.
The show features Farzad, Greg Panetta, Joe Dorville, Kyle Loader, and Scott by Scott.
There's no way Greg's last name is Panetta.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to A New Low. I am your host tonight, Farzad. Joining me, as always, is Scott by Scott.
What it do, boo, boo.
What it do, boo, boo. And from Atlanta, we've got Headphone Joe. No O, no E, but in the headphone, Joe
in
Dorville.
the phone particularly, yes. What's going on, folks?
Also joining us from Philly is Kyle.
There is an E.
With
but
an
no
E.
O. But no
Yes, but no O.
Hello.
Yeah. And from the Rocky Mountains, Hail Greg.
Hola!
Orale, what's going on, homies?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. He can do
Off
that.
to
I
a
don't know if
hot
you
start.
can do that for us.
So, Joe, I think you want to talk about some reboots.
Yes. So I woke up this morning and a piece of my childhood is what?
No.
A piece of my childhood.
I woke up this morning.
So I woke up.
I'm stealing bits again. Go ahead. Keep going.
I woke up this morning and found out a piece of my childhood is coming back.
Congrats.
Because Steven Spielberg is bringing back Animaniacs to Hulu, including the three brothers and sisters and Pinky and the Brain. So I was wondering if there was a show from your childhood that you would want rebooted for now.
Oh.
Hey.
All right.
That helped fill the silence that
Is that
everybody.
your song?
I was going to say, all right, well, I'll take this one. For me, it would have to be Magic School Bus.
Really?
I know I'm a dork. I would think you could do a Magic School Bus for the modern generation.
I thought they did one for Netflix already.
No, I think did they do a new one, or I thought that was just on the old episodes.
Oh, maybe it was. Oh,
I think Joe's right.
I don't know. I thought they were.
I saw it was on Netflix, and I pulled it up, and it only played all the old episodes. So I was like, sweet.
That might be true.
But if they did new episodes, that makes it even better.
I remember people asking for Tracy Ellis Ross to be Miss Frizzle.
The new one, the bus is a Tesla bus.
Yeah, exactly. That's Elon.
2017, the Magic School Bus rides again.
Boom. Is that a show or a movie?
Well, I guess I'll have to watch that then.
Cool.
It's on Pornhub.
Oh,
Scott.
Rides.
Different kind of school bus.
Oh, boy.
Pornhub Premium or whatever.
Kyle, do you have a show that you want to see come
No,
back?
I'm sick of reboots. Give me new shows.
All right.
That's
There
been my
we go
stance for years.
Kyle.
I'm tired of it. I mean, I guess it works for kids shows because they're young and they don't know what's going on. But I don't know. Just give me new shows.
All right. Greg, do you have one?
Well, I loved like all
Kyle's
those drugged out shows that were on, like Sigmund and Sea Monster and all those other ones that Adam Carolla rails against all the time.
Who?
Those were great.
Mm.
What were those other ones? There was a talking flute. I don't remember the name of all of them. But
Yeah, I know what you
They were
mean.
like-
Marty Croft.
yeah, those things were pretty trippy for a 6 or 7-year-old.
Yeah, give me more puppets.
This was back when
Sesame Street's got the monopoly on the puppet game.
cartoons were black and white when Greg was watching them.
I did
Scott,
have a
do
black
you
and
have
white
one?
TV in my room.
Turn the
The
dial
only
to
one
PBS.
I would say is Ninja Turtles, but I don't think that's ever left. I think they reboot that.
Yeah, I was about to say that's always
Yeah.
being
They
rebooted.
reboot that like every 15 minutes. Yeah.
Constantly
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
back.
I'd say Recess would be another one I'd like to see. come
Yeah,
back.
I watched that as an
was
adult.
fun.
I loved it as an adult. It was
Yeah, I was. I liked
very
it
moist.
as
It was
a
very moist.
kid. Oh boy,
Excuse me?
that's upsetting.
Ooh, Ren and Stimpy.
Did you
Don't
watch
piss
Recess?
on the electric fence.
Yeah,
Ren and
I
Stimpy's
haven't
supposed to be
seen
coming
it.
back too, so
They
I think it's
did.
in the
I
works.
thought I saw it came back on Netflix, right?
Did it?
Or am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Rocco. Sorry.
You're thinking of the Magic School Bus.
Ooh, Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco Siffredi's on Netflix.
Rocco's Salad.
Next topic, boys. Let's go on to Kyle. Tell us about fancy homes.
Well, I want to ask you guys about fancy homes because I realized in my brain there's a marker I have for either when I was a kid or now when I went into a house and I saw this one thing. It made me realize it was a fancy house. And that is if they never use their front door. There's always a side door or a garage they go through, but the front door is just never used.
That's a good one. Especially like up there in Philly, they have like those garages where it's like an outdoor garage where you can go through the side.
So either they've got a garage, they've got some other side door they always use, or like there's a big driveway, so they go through the back.
Yeah.
Front doors never used.
Yeah, poor people usually have one door.
Yeah, I've got one door. Well, I do have two, but
yeah, the poorer you are, the less doors you're allowed to have. Less doors you got.
Less doors, more locks on that one door.
So do you guys have any of those kind of markers where you're like, okay, these people are fancy?
Yeah, I have two. I have two stemming from my childhood. So my mom would, she was essentially a housemaid. She would go clean people's houses for like extra cash at times. And whenever we went to her house and they had like snacks in their cabinet, like Gushers, fruit roll-up shit I saw on TV. I was like,
just
these
ready
people
to go.
are wealthy. Or if they could sit on like their living room couches, because we were never allowed to sit on our living room couches. I was like, these people are fancy as fuck.
So wait, you were not allowed to sit on your couch?
We had like plastic on our couches. It was only allowed like when company came over, we could sit in the living room. Other than that, we could never sit in the living room.
Oh man. Yeah, that's definitely a marker.
I was thinking an island in the kitchen. Their kitchen had an island.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Just a big kitchen in general, for sure.
Stainless steel appliances.
I was also thinking breakfast nook now as an adult. If I see a breakfast nook, I'm like, ooh, somebody's doing well.
I still don't even know what that means.
Look, I don't, but I know when I see it.
Where do you go?
I know it when I see it.
I have
that
a
in a foyer.
nook in my new apartment.
Ooh, look who's fancy.
Is it 30 of your 400 square feet?
Do you have two doors?
Yeah, actually it is.
But when I would leave my neighborhood and their houses that didn't have stuff in their front yard, I was like, wow, these houses are fancy.
They got nothing out front.
That's good.
So, Greg, is that part of your story time?
They got no cars in their yard.
Once I had a car, I had a bathtub, like clawfoot bathtub in the front yard. We lifted it up, and there were like 37 kittens under there.
Oh.
True story, but not my yard.
Is that the story you wanted to tell?
No. You trying to change the subject already?
Yeah, Kyle,
but to answer your question, Kyle, like the circular driveway, that was like the first thing. If they had a driveway you could drive all the way through without having to back
crazy,
out.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen
There's one obvious one, like a second story on a house. I mean,
it's kind of common in the burbs.
That can come or
I was
go.
about to say, I didn't live in the burbs, so like every house was one level, and then like you get to like these 2-level homes, and I'm like, whoa, they have an attic.
Well, even like row houses can be 2 stories. They're just
We had a lot of
a couple of those on our show.
Again.
Got a few of those.
Attic sounds the same. Leave it alone. I say words.
True.
Or someone had a
Greg,
motorcycle.
how would you finish that glass of
driveway?
wine and tell us a humble story about stories?
So
Okay.
I've noticed people have been calling this spooky season for some reason. They don't want to admit the word Halloween, or like is there something wrong with the word Halloween?
Spooky.
I don't know, but it reminded me of a spooky story.
There's a war on Halloween.
Fucking liberals.
Spooky story from
God damn it.
From my family lore. So a few years ago, I'd say about 10, 11 years ago, we were up in Estes Park, Colorado with a mini family reunion. And we were sitting around the dinner table, and my cousin Peyton, he was 7 or 8 at the time. He didn't talk very loud.
I was going for the same joke, but
he
I
just
didn't
kind of
think
turned
it
to
would
his
be
parents and whisper in their ears whenever he wanted to say something. So he was doing that at the dinner
old was he?
table. 7 or 8, I don't know, 6 or 7, I don't know.
Hocus
38.
pocus.
But so he's whispered in his mom's
2
ear,
Super Bowls.
and I'm like, I was like, I see dead people, and he looked up and said, "There are no dead people here right now."
right now.
Right now.
Ooh,
I was like, "What
spooky.
the fuck?" It freaked us all out, but it's one of our favorite family moments.
Have you guys ever
Yeah.
seen a ghost?
No.
Or felt like you've been in the presence of a ghost?
Yes.
The Sixth Sense. That one was easy, Greg.
Scott.
Yeah, you gotta
How
make
many
it harder.
touchdowns did Peyton throw that evening?
Spooky kids creep me out. I hate spooky kids.
Is that racist?
Is it?
Spooky? What
Creepy
are
kids?
spooky
Should I not say spooky kids?
I once saw. I thought when I saw something I thought was a Lethargio in the corner, but
You can't do inside jokes for the audience.
We don't want to get rid of our Pokemon right now. Joe, why don't you take us into our next topic about wonderful companies?
So I saw a headline on Twitter, and I was like, I am just going to put this on the rundown. I have nothing to say because I know Farzad would want to shit on this company because he's done it so much. So Farzad, talk to us about Quibi.
Wait, there's stuff with Quibi?
Did you not see
Have
this?
you not heard the news?
I didn't see the news. I thought
you saw the news.
they
No,
gone
I'm happy to shit
bye-bye.
on it,
Wall
but I didn't see the
Street
news.
Journal reported
6 months
that
after there.
Quibi is shutting down.
Oh, good.
Wow, I
No,
thought you'd
it's-
have more. All right, next topic.
No, I mean it's only been a matter of time. Like it's there. They were
Yeah,
on.
it's been a ticking time bomb. You've been on this. You've been the one counting down the clock.
Some would
Good.
say the
I should have.
company
If I was smart, I should have shorted it. That's what I should have been smart about
talk
it.
about a short
Quibi,
form
more
company.
like Quiddy.
I mean, hey, at least their business model worked out. They were a very
Quickie's
short-lived,
better. Damn it.
short video
I hate when
company.
Scott
and
makes a
they
better
lasted
joke.
a very short time.
I like how everybody stepped over Farzad's very well crafted joke about them being a short form media
made a
company
joke
and they had
4
a
seconds
short
ago.
lived run.
Speaking of
but
short,
this is an
Scott, you have a
Emmy.
story.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't have a story.
He doesn't have a story.
I know.
Greg,
I'm
do
not
you
the
have a
host, so
story?
it doesn't
Greg?
count.
Greg, do you have
Well,
a
I was
story?
going to ask you guys.
Greg, I think you have a story.
I was listening. I saw somebody. It was like a preacher or something. I was scrolling through TV and stuff, and he was asking questions to the audience, about Bible stories. And I was, I grew up going to Sunday school every Sunday as a kid, from the age I could remember to when I graduated high school. Haven't been back since, but they would always ask questions about
Satan's mechanic.
David and Goliath, blah blah blah. Who, blah blah, and I was like, Jesus. So I always answered Jesus, and I was right like a third of the time. So I felt smart. As long as you answer Jesus, you're probably going to get the question right. Shut
Dude,
up.
whenever there's a Bible category on Jeopardy, I just guess Jesus for each one because it's got to be right at some point, right?
Well, my question
I mean,
was, did you
got,
guys
one
grow
out
up
of
in the
4
church going to
chances.
Sunday school?
Gotta be right.
Definitely not.
Yeah. I didn't go to Sunday school that often, but I went to church for sure. Southern
I never
Baptist
went to
boy.
either.
I was a Muslim boy, so I didn't go to Sunday school.
Farzad
Did
said
you
Jesus a lot.
go to something else?
So let's move into my topic.
Sounds like
Or
a yes.
one might say zoom into my topic. Heyo.
Hey-o.
Topic the story this week was Jeffrey Toobin was caught, cranking his hog on Zoom.
He was caught messing with his tube, lubing his tube.
He was literally zooming his tubing.
He was lubing his tube.
Who's Jeffrey Toobin?
He's a CNN legal analyst, and I think he did some stuff for the New York. He was a reporter for the New Yorker, or he was a contributor to the New Yorker. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I think this was like a New York Times meeting or something. He got caught in.
It was a meeting with the New Yorker and WNYC.
I believe he
they're
also.
doing
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he write the book that became the miniseries OJ versus America or whatever?
Yes,
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually OJ had a little. He put out a Twitter video. He's like,
Oh, boy.
Jeffrey Toobin, what are you doing? Something like that. It's like,
Oh,
Wasn't he on? He was a part of the defense, right?
Jeffrey Toobin?
I think he was. No?
I don't.
I think that's how he was able to get a lot of those inside information. He was on
I think he was a reporter. He was a legal reporter at the time.
Oh, okay.
And he did a lot of reporting on the OJ case. It was basically what made his career, I think.
Is he not the guy from Arrested Development?
So my question is, have you guys ever done anything embarrassing on a Zoom call? Yeah, I mean, especially now that we're all in quarantine doing Zooms. Have you had any kind of like, slip ups or anything?
I jerked off on a Friday night Zoom one time.
No one can see
Wait
it,
a
so
second,
no one
Scott.
noticed.
Oh, no, a different Friday Zoom.
Oh, the ones you haven't been attending.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
No, I've not done anything.
I'm very careful
to
with
this level.
You're
I'm
very
constantly muting
careful
myself.
not to masturbate on camera?
Yeah, I wait till the meeting's over and
Okay.
then I start.
Then I start shit talking to everybody.
Then it happens. Yeah, at work, I'm always muting myself. I never go on camera. Like no one at my work really does anyway. Masturbate on camera. So I felt like if I started doing it, I mean, it's not really part of our culture.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
As the new
I don't
guy,
know.
you don't want to.
I'd save it all for my
You don't want to be the one to
OnlyFans.
finish early.
As the nude guy.
So
The
I had
only
an
crazy
incident
thing I've
once.
done on Zoom is like end up getting drunk,
Fall
shit
asleep.
faced, and deciding to start a podcast.
This was pre-pandemic.
It's more
Free
embarrassing than
time.
jerking off.
I was working from home.
I regret this decision every day, especially Monday through Thursday.
A lot of people wake up, they're like, "Oh, who was in my bed?" Joe's like, "Oh, who did I agree to do a podcast?"
Like, oh man, I got another one.
Oh, fuck, sports.
Shame.
God.
Son of a bitch.
All right, I think Farzad was trying to say something.
I was trying to tell the story.
Yeah, he is.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
tell the
Go ahead.
story.
I want to tell a story.
I want to tell a story.
Yeah, it was a Friday Zoom call, not the one that we go to.
You mean when you
I
piss in
was
the
working from home, and I had a meeting
backyard?
that started. And I pulled up my phone and made sure that I had set Zoom video off. Unfortunately, I turned it on while I was walking out of the shower.
Ooh.
And I was on the conference room TV, and I just hear everybody in the room screaming from my. And so I just chucked my phone across
It's
the room.
so small.
And I like chuck my phone across the room and
Where
come
is
back,
it?
turn it off, and
What is
go into
he?
work the next day. And I'm like, hey, just want to apologize.
He's
They're like,
got
nah, man,
two
don't worry about it.
beards.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. So
I mean, that's
that-
good instinct to just get rid of it. Because a lot of people
Just
be like,
throw-
"Oh,
I
what do
just
I press?"
chucked it
Oh,
as hard
here's
as I could.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
I would have just frozen
amazing.
with like my asshole open.
Why is it
I
open?
would have been like, you like what you see?
Oh shit!
So did they see the fun stuff?
I don't know what they saw.
The fuck.
Or did they see the spooky stuff?
I don't know if they saw the spook. I think chest hair was at least visible.
That's spooky.
I hope you were using the jeweled butt plug.
So
At
they
least
saw
the
your
company branded
testicles?
one.
Use the one with the foxtail.
What did the fox say?
And on that note, I think it's time to
Zoom,
move
zoom, zoom.
to our best segment. Scott, take it away.
Don't hype up the segment like that.
Get it off in time on 4th and 10 to the sideline.
It's 4th and 10. This is where I give the boys some sports topics. They have 10 seconds to answer. I give them points to the winner. It's all made up. Points don't matter. Joe's going to lose this week.
Wait,
That's my
what?
prediction.
Hey, wait a second. I don't like this.
And the topics this week are a good bet, a tragic turn, a Thanksgiving goat, a Christmas carol, and a Halloween haunt. Trying to add more words
I
every
have
week.
no idea what any of
I don't know.
like
think
more
I have
than
an idea
usual.
what one of them
I'm
is.
more confused.
I
than
won
usual.
last week, so I have to pick one of those. Halloween haunt. That's the last one you said. That's the only one that stuck in my
Fuck
head.
it.
All right, Joe's going for a Halloween haunt. Starting with the bonus topic this week. Halloween is only 1 week away. What is
Ooh.
your go-to Halloween movie?
Oh, go to Halloween movie. You're gonna start the clock. Okay. I'm a kid born in 1993, so young into 2000. Halloween Town, the trilogy, is kind of my jam. The third one's not great. 1, 2, phenomenal.
Joe showing his age. Speaking of age, Greg, show us your age. 10 seconds.
Well, I don't really associate any movies with Halloween except for the Halloween, like Michael Myers movies, so I'll just go with the original Halloween.
2.
That would be my choice.
Greg doesn't get into the spoopy stuff, I guess.
Spooky.
Kyle. 10 spoopy seconds.
I've been trying to watch the classics lately, but the first Halloween's always great. The first Friday the 13th is always great.
2.
Night of the Living Dead always holds up too.
Farzad, 10 seconds.
I'm not a huge Halloween guy, but I'm going to go with a recommendation of an ex of mine. We're going to go with a Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
It's a Christmas movie. The
It's
correct
not a
answer
Halloween. What?
is Hocus Pocus. Nobody got it right.
Oh,
It's a Disney movie about like a virgin kid.
I'm not a big fan of Hocus Pocus.
It's not good. It's
solid.
bad,
It's fine.
which makes it good.
People go nuts for Hocus Pocus.
They do.
People go lose their shit.
I think they're
for
doing
that
like a
movie.
reunion or something right now. Or about to.
Hocus Pocus.
Wasn't it
Joe
supposed to be on
picked the
Quibi?
topic, and Joe gets the answer.
Yeah.
Next up, Greg, you get to pick a topic. We got a good bet, a tragic turn, Thanksgiving goat, or Christmas carol.
I'll go with a tragic turn.
Tragic turn. Tua Tagovailoa was just named the starting quarterback of the Dolphins over Ryan Fitzpatrick. Is this a Fitz-tragic mistake or the right move to start Tua? You have 10 seconds.
Well, I think it's a good chance. He came in relief the other day, so he might as well keep going until he loses the job, which he never probably will because Fitzpatrick's old.
Ooh, Kyle, 10 seconds.
Those aging quarterbacks usually have a shelf life, but I don't think Fitz's was up yet. They're only one game behind the Bills right now. It didn't seem like the right time to do it.
Farzad, you have 2 seconds times 5.
I see what you did there.
Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Farzad is...
Oh! Fitzmagic! You can't give him Fitzmagic!
Oh, his answer is Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic!
Joe, 10 seconds to top that.
I believe it was a premature move. He got in the last game, but he only threw 2 passes for 9 yards. They should have sat him for the whole year like Patrick Mahomes so he could get comfortable in the NFL.
Kyle takes that one.
Ew.
I did like Kyle's answer. I didn't know they were only 1 game back of the Buffalo Bills. Jeez. Guy's pulling out
You should have him on your
standings.
sports podcast. He has facts. Kyle, you're up
Wait a
next.
second.
You have a good bet, Thanksgiving goat, or Christmas carol.
Well, Kyle's smart. He doesn't want to do 18 podcasts a week.
Christmas Carol.
Oh, a Christmas carol.
Christmas Carol.
I
Pete
heard Die Hard's
Carroll.
the best Halloween movie.
What was that?
Hey, buddy.
Greg.
That was 2 topics ago.
Pete Carroll just confirmed that the Seahawks are interested in signing Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is eligible to play after week 8. Is this a good move? After 6 weeks of play and a ton of injuries, do you think other teams will be down for the Brown? You have 10 seconds, Kyle.
Wait a second.
I think other teams will be interested. It's probably a good move for the Seahawks on paper. I just don't know how long it'll last. Maybe 2 games, and then he'll be suspended again.
Farzad.
I mean, this is Pete Carroll just doing his controversial thing. He likes to stir up controversy.
3.
Yeah, probably other teams will do it too. Take a.
Pete Carroll, big controversy guy. Joe, 10 seconds.
Woo!
I don't see why the move is necessary. DK Metcalf and Lockett have been doing great. They're running fine. And they're undefeated, so I don't see why they have to add a problem.
Ooh, a problem. Greg's a huge fan of his. Greg, you have 10 seconds.
AB is a great receiver, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. But if you're desperate, go ahead and do it. But I don't think Seattle is that desperate.
Ooh, Greg, very
Yeah, this
concise
is Mev.
and thoughtful. Greg takes that round.
This is a move I can see the Jets making. I don't see why Seattle would do this.
He wouldn't go to the Jets. Why would he go to the
It's
Jets?
a desperation move.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, bad teams would have to do this. Not a team that's undefeated has no need for him.
He'll only go to a team.
Well, he needs to just get paid, honestly. No, he won't.
Listen to Cheers from the Press Box.
Sorry, I'm passionate about stupid people getting contracts.
You're up next. You have a good bet or Thanksgiving goat?
I'll take a good bet, Alex.
A good bet.
Why does he always call him Alex in this game?
I don't know. It's weird.
Throw me off.
Dodgers took game one of the World Series with Mookie Betts hitting a home run, stealing 2 bases, and scoring twice. Dodgers signed Mookie to a $365 million contract at the beginning of the season, and it looks to be the right move. What are your thoughts on the situation? Farzad, 10 seconds.
It looks like LA is doing a lot of small market baseball, so they've really stacked the deck pretty well in their favor, and so they're doing pretty good. They're gonna win the World Series.
What's this?
It is presentation.
Small market.
Presentation buzzword machine.
Numbers.
Presentation buzzword machine. Joe, give us some buzzwords.
You're watching too much Moneyball. I think this was a great move. He paid dividends at this point because now they have confidence, even though they're losing in the second game right now. They have a great player in the league.
They have a great player in the league. If you want to hear more like that, listen to Cheers in the Press Box.
Amazing insights.
Greg, 10 seconds.
This reminds me of a wonderful June afternoon in Chavez Ravine when I was eating a Dodger dog, and then Tommy Lasorda turns to me and says, "Get the fuck out."
What movie was that?
Angels in the Outfield.
Okay.
Kyle,
the dugout.
seconds.
Then let me finish.
Of all the great things Mookie's done, I think giving Clayton Kershaw a playoff win is one of the most incredible. So obviously he's paid dividends.
Oh,
2018, he homered off of her Kershaw. In 2020,
Kershaw.
And 2018, he homered off of Kershaw.
Unfortunately,
in 2020, he hits a homer to help Kershaw.
Actually, I think I have a point already. That's the unfortunate part. I was cursed with a point.
The correct answer was small market baseball. And
the team with like the biggest payroll, he said small market baseball.
Moneyball.
I bet he doesn't even know that they got their GM from the Rays.
Small market like Trader Joe's.
And Marcus, you are correct. Really Blake Snell looks hungover at all times.
Greg looks like someone who
we have a
works at
tie.
Trader Joe's.
A what?
A tie.
We have a tie. That means we have to go to the tie-breaking.
It's up to the delegates.
Topic. I think.
I can't believe this happens every week.
It's up to Hamilton.
Go. Brazilian soccer legend Pele turns 80 years old on Friday. 10 years older than Greg. Who is your favorite soccer player of all time and why? Greg, you submitted this topic, so you get to start.
Well, I'm going to go with Mia Hamm. She really got me into women's soccer in the 90s, and I fell in love with her. And she's won 2 World Cups, 2 Olympic gold medals.
Sounds like Greg was doing a little Toobin during the soccer game. You know what I mean? Kyle, 10 seconds.
My favorite soccer player of all time is Air Bud World Pup. He's very athletic, he's adorable, and there's nothing in the rules that says a dog cannot play. So that's my pick.
He already said Mia Hamm, and we didn't say anything.
I'd kick his ass.
Scott?
Ooh.
Farzad, you got 10 seconds.
I mean, as much as Pele is the greatest, my favorite has to be Diego Maradona because he literally looks like a cocaine drug dealer every time he's at a game, and he has the hand of God, so he just gives no fucks.
And he snorted enough coke to be a cocaine drug dealer.
By the way, I like how my suggestion was your favorite player, but then he told us to look for the greatest player of all time, so not always the one and the same.
Yeah,
he changed it back to my favorite when the show started. Bit
of a head fake there.
Come on, man.
It's called the old switcheroo. Joe, you got 10 seconds. Greg's not winning this round.
I'm going with Clem Dempsey. Clem Dempsey was a great captain for the U.S. He also played for my Fulham football club overseas. He played for the Sounders and won them a title, so he's the best.
Oh,
From
you're
America.
Talk. You're automatically disqualified. Greg's disqualified.
Wait
for
a
shitting on the host.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Kyle had 3 correct answers this round. Kyle takes this
one round.
again.
My 1 round triple header.
Air Bud, really?
That's-
Okay.
Well deserved. Well deserved,
Airbud was the correct answer.
in my opinion.
Greg, good job on the Mia Ham.
And with that, that brings us to a close of
Get it off in time on 4th and 10 to the sideline.
And with that, everybody, we get to the favorite part of the show.
These transitions, I tell you.
I mean, yes, every segment is everybody's favorite.
We're all
Let's
favorites,
listen.
yeah.
Farzad is hosting. This is everybody's favorite show. Let's get to this point.
Playing off the host.
And let's start off with Greg.
Well, yesterday, in what was called a victory for religious freedom, I beg to differ, but a federal court judge in Colorado decided that congregants in Colorado churches will no longer be required to wear masks or limit their numbers, as required by the governor back in some earlier COVID mandates. So a couple of pastors decided to go file a suit against the state to allow them to, ease up on the weird social distance.
To allow them to potentially die.
And I'm like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's in God's
it's-
hands now.
God's will.
God's will.
Well, Greg,
I understand. All right, allow more people, fine, but to keep the mask, dude. What does it hurt? They just want them to be able to
Yeah, that's
sing.
the
It's all
one
about
thing.
singing, which is even
Not
worse.
freedom.
That's
So
even
let's
worse. You're projecting
sing,
all your
project-
shit
I
out
know.
there.
Boring
Yeah.
songs loudly throughout this building where everybody's one.
Are
hand
these
to-
like electric guitar churches where everyone's like rocking out? Or is it just any church, I guess?
this is
I don't know,
every
it's
and
like,
any church.
Come on.
Is it only Christian churches?
But why are they not included? I mean, because First Amendment rights or some shit. Why
Is
are
there
they
any Jewish
restrictions?
churches?
Every other gathering place or
Called
anytime
temple.
you're anywhere you have to wear a mask. So
I guess because they're not a business.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know.
yeah, right.
They can't be
Tell that
regulated.
to the tray they pass
In
around.
the law, I'm
So
saying in
that's
the
to
law.
the tax exemptions.
What about the First
No
Amendment?
taxes, no masks. That's my
That's what I'm saying. They're
motto.
not a business. They don't get taxed. They're not.
So,
They don't have to report their income.
So I'm disappointed.
Yeah, that's
in
upsetting.
bullshit.
Colorado.
It's obviously bullshit.
Courts.
That's upsetting, Greg. I'm sorry. Kyle, why don't you take us away with your disappointment?
Back to 4th and 10. I am disappointed in Eagles coach Doug Pederson. Now look, the Eagles are racked by injuries this year.
ravaged.
That's a broken record. It's been racked. They're racking up injuries because they're ravaged with them. We've heard that broken record for a
Golly.
few years now. But he's made some really bad decisions that's led them to a 1-4-1 record.
Oh, yeah,
which
there's
is
a
very
tie.
annoying. So this last week, they were facing probably the best team in the league, one of the best teams in the Ravens. Everyone thought they'd get blown out. It started to look that way. They actually came back. They were down 2 points after scoring a touchdown. So their O-line's devastated. Their starting running backs out. They basically have Wentz and 2 receivers. And for the 2-point conversion, he calls this weird run handoff thing that just completely fails.
Run up the
whole
middle,
O-line-
guys.
The whole O-line collapses, and it's just like one of the worst play calls I've ever seen. And a chance to tie the game. The division's wide open. It's horrible, and like I just don't get it. Like to claw your way back and then have that be the ending. It's like when they were playing San Francisco. They had a chance to win in overtime on a field goal. They
Cincinnati.
call a false start. Cincinnati. They want to actually beat San Francisco.
Yeah, we
But,
beat San Francisco.
in overtime to try to kick that field goal. It's a false start, moves him back. But it's the end of the game. Just go for it. Who cares? He just plays for the tie. It's just, I mean, I know he's a good coach. I've seen him coach well. I don't know what's going on this year.
I'm gonna piggyback
There's-
this because
They're still going to win the division.
boiling my blood right now.
We could.
I can't say definitively he's a good coach because we haven't seen him do anything. I mean, he's gotten to the playoffs the last
If you win
seasons.
a Super Bowl with Nick Foles, you're a good coach.
But Frank Wright was on that coaching staff. And John DeFilippo was on that coaching staff. And since they've left,
they've lost some
our
staff.
quarterbacking has been putrid.
It's the play calling. That's what I hate. Is like you can see it happening, and you like, what are these decisions? And that's what I don't understand.
I just remember John DeFilippo out of the thin air. But yeah, back to the shadows.
I don't want to harp on it too long. It's very disappointing. In a wide open division.
Wide open.
Sure, we're injured, but like every other freaking team's injured at this point.
Every other year we're fucking injured because our medical staff is probably the worst in the league.
That's another issue. That's probably another problem.
Outside of San Diego, who punctures their...
Do you think it's a medical issue?
I don't want that guy back.
Do you think it's a medical staff issue, or do you think it's a coaching issue if they get injured?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's got to be medical staff. Because
I think the medical staff is bad.
Thing. I don't know. It's got to be something. I don't have enough medical knowledge.
The medical staff and the S&C, the strength and training conditioning personnel.
It's got to be something with conditioning because injuries are always going to happen. But the fact that it happens so often on this team,
all our skill positions, it's like we've been out with our 3 top receivers for most of the year.
Maybe
and
it's
the O-line.
the
The O-line's down to the 3rd string basically on every position.
Like what the fuck?
It's absurd.
Travis Fulgham is a name I know now.
Is our best receiver, Greg Ward and Travis Fulgham, the dynamic duo.
E-A-G-L, less.
John Hightower dropped a clear path touchdown. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you draft a guy, he's out.
And T. Higgins is out here balling. I wanted them to draft him. He went in the 2nd round to Cincinnati.
Yeah, every other first round receiver is doing amazing.
Sorry, I'm venting now.
It's bad. It's disappointing.
Kyle,
I had one more disappointment that is betting the over in the Buffalo-Kansas City game, not knowing it was raining and cold at the stadium.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, we left the Lakers show, and now we're an Eagles show.
That's why they call it gambling, buddy.
Joe, since you're on fire, why don't you give us your disappointment?
Jeez, boy. My disappointment is rapper 50 Cent. 50 Cent saw...
Okay, Dad.
50? I gotta say 50 for you to be fine with it?
Cents.
50 cents. Am I adding an S unnecessarily? I am. 50 Cent. He tweeted or Instagrammed or whatever. He saw some graphic that was clearly not accurate. It said that the taxes in New York was going to be like 62% under Biden, which Biden doesn't have control over state taxes. It's all federal. And he's just going back to what the regular mandate was before for people with a $4,000 take home income or higher. And 50 Cent basically said, well, fuck everybody else. I'm voting for Trump so I can keep all my money because I don't want to be taxed. And it's like, all right, you're using your platform very incorrectly, sir. And you're not thinking of all the people that probably follow you that don't make that money, that won't be taxed like that. And it doesn't affect them. And also your tax money will go to help the place you came from and the people you know. So just a poor use of platform and a bonehead mistake. I also could throw Ice Cube into this because he also had a bad week last week. I don't want to say it, but he had a bad week last week as well. So yeah.
But he was also said in that same quote that I don't care if Trump doesn't care about black people.
I know. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Realizes it.
50 Cent is also a troll. So that's the thing that's upsetting.
50 Cent's
50 Cent is also one of the biggest trolls.
He's a giant troll on Instagram, and it's funny because he just shits on everyone. So when I saw that, I didn't take it serious in one bit. To me, it was like a joke.
I didn't take it serious,
other people might. That's the
thing. Other people will take it seriously. So it's like, this is just
runs with it. Okay.
Yeah. And then I was like, now, like, since I've tied what's the name into this, Ice Cube, then Eric Trump goes and photoshops he gets somebody to Photoshop Trump hats on Ice Cube and 50 Cent. And it's like, God, geez, you guys are reaching. Everybody go vote. I'm done.
But was it bent or was it flat?
I believe it was
they were all flat brims.
It was a hat. And it was
well, at least he's a good
to America situation.
A hat.
Yeah,
but I don't think he did it.
He hired the right guy.
But it did look good. It looked solid. I was like, you know what? Not bad. Not bad.
Are MAGA hats or caps?
caps.
Caps.
They're definitely caps, right?
They're badges.
caps,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
caps. They're like trucker
Badges
caps.
of
trucker-
honor.
Caps.
Well, is a trucker hat a trucker hat or a trucker cap? Because
They're all caps,
It's a
motherfucker.
trucker hat.
It's a trucker hat.
Trucker hat.
Anyway, moving on. Scott by Scott, I believe you're disappointed in one of Newton's laws.
Yes.
Hannity.
Gravity.
Friction.
Did you say Hannity?
Friction.
I'm
Hannity.
disappointed in that guy, too.
Sean Hannity.
Tell us a story, Scott.
I was riding my bike on Friday
I
to
want to
get
hear
my
a story.
exercise in. I bought my
E.T.
COVID bike. So I could... Greg, cutting this out.
Goonies.
Dude, damn it. Sandlot.
I was riding my bike
Wizard of Oz.
through the neighborhood. I was going downhill.
Boys in the Hood.
I took my left arm off of the handlebar as I was giving it some rest because it always falls asleep for some reason.
I like that song, Riding my bike with no handlebars.
Fuck the
No,
flow
yeah,
bots,
but-
dude. I hate those people so much.
I like that song,
Then
though.
I had a little alien in the little basket in front,
Yeah.
and then he was falling
flying.
out.
Alien.
And then I hit the brake with my
Talking
right
about your
hand
banana hammock?
and
Predator.
flew over my handlebars and landed on my shoulder and my head and the curb.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
American History X.
I was gonna
Oh, no.
I smashed. My phone is broken. My
Oh, fuck,
body's
dude.
broken.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, I didn't break any bones. It's just a severe sprain in my shoulder. And
You were getting
Couple
x-rays.
bruises.
This is Friday, right? You were getting x-rays?
yep, I had to go to fucking ER during COVID time, and it actually wasn't
That's
too bad.
exciting
I was very encouraged
adventure.
by my ER experience, though.
Oh.
It only took
That's good.
2-3
Next segment.
hours.
Wait. Yeah, that's bad. Were you wearing a helmet?
That's unfortunate.
I was wearing a helmet, and
I
Wait,
think
so
so.
you went
Good
mountain
job.
biking. You went mountain biking the weekend before and had no problems, and you're just riding
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
here.
I was riding
Yeah.
down the sidewalk, and then
So your arm fell asleep, but you hit your brake with your right hand, which made you fly.
so I
your
only
front
had
brake.
one
Okay,
hand
his
on the
front brake.
handlebars, and
Oh,
then
okay.
I hit my brake for whatever reason. I don't even remember why I hit the brake. I
Just
just remember hitting it and regretting it because I instantly went over the handlebars.
It was a family of
That
was a
dumplings
bad
that was
idea.
crossing in front of you.
Yeah,
I instantly
And,
regretting.
yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Instant
That's
regret.
one way to put it.
I was like, why did I do
You
that?
can't
And
ride
then I
your bike
remember-
with no
Why
handlebars.
did
Shout
I
out to
do
the
that?
full
Were
box.
you thinking that as you were flipping over
He was
the...
like,
Yeah, literally.
Why did I do that?
Literally, as my bike stopped moving and I kept moving, I was like, "Oh, I shit!" And then I hit my shoulder and my head, and then
Oh, so inertia
That's why you
is
should've got a
the
skateboard.
law that you're...
yeah.
Yeah, it's
regretting.
more an issue
Yeah.
than gravity.
That is a problem.
And
I got it.
got up. I jumped
What is
up.
Pee-wee's
to
Pee-wee's
make
Big
sure nobody
Adventure.
saw me.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh!
It was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yes.
There it
And that's
is.
the word of the day.
Because when you came to consciousness, someone had taken your bike.
I meant to do
I don't know if came is a good
Came to
choice of
consciousness
words.
Came
in
to
the movie
consciousness.
theater.
What's wrong with that?
On Zoom. On Zoom.
Or for Pee-wee.
That was the point.
Anyway,
Either way.
that's really unfortunate.
So my
Scott.
shoulder's jacked.
Well, we're happy you're fine and you're
But
here.
we're happy.
buddy.
Yeah, we're happy. I'm happy you're alive and you can do the Twitch and
Yeah,
hit the
'cause we don't
buttons.
know how.
Pretty much.
yeah.
That's the only thing we care about. That
That's
you're able
true.
to hit the button.
Very happy
Hit
about
the
that.
button, Anderson.
All right. Well, it's time for my disappointment, and this is a bit of a serious one for me because it involves my buddy
boy.
and my roommate of 5 years, my buddy for 14 years.
Oh boy.
So, as you know, we're all moving out. We're both moving out of the apartment, and we've been trying to coordinate how to do our moves and everything. And over the past few weeks, I was like, "Hey, man, what's your plan?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna move it out ourselves." And I was like, "Cool. Are you gonna move it all at once?" And he's like, "No, absolutely not. We're gonna move it out over the course of the few weeks, and that's our plan." And I was like, "Cool. Let me know if your plan changes because I'm moving out on the 29th." So after our Friday Zoom last Friday, I wake up just hungover. So I get up at
What?
11 noonish or whatever.
You're hungover? Shocking.
And the entire apartment has been gutted of basically everything. Like every kind of seating has been removed. All of the rugs,
seating?
tables, like all that they left me was basically the dining room table and no chairs.
Wow.
Was it all his
You're
stuff?
eating food.
I mean, it was all his stuff, but I'm like,
But it's just gone.
okay, it's just all gone. Cool. Like, guess I
no
wasn't.
heads up.
No heads up. Nothing.
Wow.
You're like, I was going to steal
You
it.
didn't hear
drunk
anything? You were
during
that
that stuff.
hungover? You just wake
I mean,
up and
I
it's
heard
all
them like
gone.
moving stuff, and I figured they were just moving his like
Wow.
moving his
A
room.
little bit of stuff
'cause
at a
I figured,
time, like
he
they
had,
said,
he had
yeah.
furniture, right?
Just a bit of little move in your
But
life.
no, like literally. And then he was like, "Oh, there's like we had like a dresser in the living room that had like a bunch of cables in it. That was dumped out into the living room." And he's like, "Yeah, could you like go through that by Tuesday? Because we have to return the box that's in."
Fuck.
Wow, by Tuesday. Jeez.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, I have
And
homework
then
now.
come Sunday morning, the dining room table's gone, and like all like everything else is gone. And I see him like trying to move the entertainment center that my fishies are on,
Oh, no.
and I had to like
I was
stop
just
him.
gonna say,
and I'm
no,
like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" And he's like,
Fish.
"Oh, I'm
Don't
just
mess
trying.
with
I
his
have the
big
truck
fish."
today. I have the truck today. I want to move everything today." And I'm like, I'm not gonna dump my fish tank so you can move your goddamn entertainment center, dude. Sorry. And he was like, "Oh, okay." Sorry. And yeah, so anyway, I'm very
I don't think
disappointed.
Fish is that bad a band either. So
I'm just very disappointed that, and anybody that I told the story to, I mean, yeah, Emily was here over the weekend and she was very
Whoa, no
upset.
name
She's like,
dropping.
"What happened? What happened to all your furniture?
Farzad,
Where did
man,
everything go?" And I'm like,
Finally has guests. Has no
yeah.
furniture.
That's fucking
See him in the
crazy.
middle of his
Nowhere for
living room
anyone
holding
to
his
sit.
fish bowls.
Yeah, that's quite literally what was going to happen.
Fish bowls.
Hey, here's the bright side. At least you didn't have to help him move.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is a good point.
Right
I was
now,
thinking
like,
that
look
as
at our
well.
living room. It's just a camping
All you have
chair.
to worry about is your room now
Sounds like
and your
That's
fish.
true.
That seems, that
it's
seems
kind
easy.
feels like an even
That's
trade.
fucking nuts, though. It's in the
Yeah,
like,
so
like in the middle of
I'm
the
going to
night.
try to have a conversation with him when he shows up tomorrow, I guess,
Apparently.
to take
I mean,
the
I
TV.
feel like this conversation
By the
is
way,
we're no
he-
longer friends.
He took the TV and he left the TV and the Apple TV, but took the remotes.
Wow,
I'm
he
like-
doesn't like you. What did
I'm
you
like,
do
what did
then?
I do to piss you off,
Intentionally
man? What the
evil.
fuck?
Good
This
lord.
feels
guys
like
get
an
divorced?
aggressive move.
Did
Clearly,
you cheat on him?
Jesus. So yeah, that's my disappointment. And this man who's been my friend for 14 years, and
Wow, this
I've
man.
been living with for 5.5 years,
person.
just decided to do this, and I'm like, whoa.
Upsetting.
Whoa.
Anyway, that is my disappointment, everybody. And with that, I think it's time for our lowlights.
Lowlifes, lowlights.
Something to say.
You definitely said
Kyle,
that
take it
backwards.
away.
Okay.
All right. Yumio on Instagram. Disappointment. The Atlanta Braves. Hell, Atlanta sports. The entire city and their
Yeah.
professional sports teams.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's appropriate.
Yeah,
I
Falcons
live
suck.
in Atlanta, and people had put a lot of stock in the Braves, and it let them down.
Well, they got to the championship series.
They were up 3-1, and they shit the bed.
Blew it.
It's a weird year. It's a weird year, guys. It's a weird year.
Yeah.
2020 doesn't count, right?
Nah.
No, it counts.
Nah.
It's in the record
This is
books.
practice. This is practice for 2021.
We talk about practice.
Who's next?
Our next low light comes from Bethany J. Villa on Twitter. Pretty disappointed with life. Not gonna lie. COVID sucks. Amen,
That
sister.
is true.
Yeah, that is fact.
Does she have COVID?
No, but I believe
No, and she's isn't she first responder?
She does
essential
physical
employee?
therapy in
Okay.
people's houses, so she has
Oh,
to like
can I
suit
have
up
her
all
phone
the time.
number?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott needs help. Scott needs
She
help.
raises lilies and cats.
No, she doesn't raise his lily because she has
Yeah,
cats
she has them on
inside
the
baseball.
windowsill.
She does.
Anyway,
Greg, why don't you read the next one?
this one will be confusing to a lot of people, so I'll explain it when it's over. But this comes from Chris
All right.
Brooks at ABC Brooks on Twitter. My disappointment flag this week, flag. I want to flag tell you at a new low pod is a little flag show called the After Flag Disaster. What?
Flag.
So for you guys not in the know, on a recent episode of the After Disaster podcast,
with an L.
they were in Little Armenia in
Good job, Scott.
Los Angeles, and anytime a car drove by with an Armenian flag, they would stop what they were saying and yell flag. So Chris did not
protests were happening.
Chris did not enjoy the flag interruptions on an audio podcast. Flag. So
it was annoying, but I feel it wasn't any more interrupty than most of their shows, so it didn't really bother me as much.
I'm just glad they pronounced the L.
Yes, me too.
Yes, absolutely. Because God does not hate flags.
It was annoying.
Voicemails.
But he does hate the other ones, Farzad? Voicemails. Somebody's sister called in.
Having a weird pronunciation day.
Hi, this is Kelly Panetta, sister of L. Greg. I'm calling with a disappointment today.
No way, that's her name.
I am beyond disappointed and angry that our Congress cannot get their shit together to pass some type of coronavirus relief legislation to help people who are struggling. That's my disappointment for the week.
Joe, I believe you are applauding.
I had myself muted. Yes, I am applauding.
He's glad they haven't passed a bill.
Saying this, Scott. I was just saying this on my drive home in our pre-production meeting. They need to get off their fucking asses and help the people of the country they've sworn to help and protect, and they're not doing it.
Nope, gotta vote for Trump first.
Tonight.
Vote for Trump, we can get it done. Okay? Fair and square.
All right.
Yep.
Amen. With all of that.
Except for the last part.
And with that, it's time for the happy part of the show.
Hold on. There's another voicemail.
Is Knut's a lowlife, Greg?
I thought that was an
It's an encouragement, I believe.
Yeah, it's in the highlights.
Listening to the final couple sentences.
That's why we have a rundown.
It's
on the rundown.
Do you guys say
well, you can ask him. He was in the chat, but I don't think he is anymore.
Sorry, Kyle.
So again, let's go to the happy part of the show. Let's get to our encouragement.
Stories that make us feel happy.
Joe, why don't you take us away?
I'm flip-flopping between mine. I still don't know, but I'm going to go with the one I have currently listed. I said I'm going to go with the one that I currently have listed. The Pope Francis, endorses civil union laws for same-sex couples. This is big because the Catholic Church is notoriously anti-same-sex couples, and now the Pope, their leader, is saying that it's okay and we should not persecute these people. I think that is a admirable position for a man in his position to take. And why are we not just treating every human being like human beings? It confounds me to this day that people don't want to make cakes for people because they're gay, or don't want to officiate their weddings, or fucking don't want to be the videographer at their wedding when they're hiring you for a job.
Validate their marriage license.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb as shit. Can we just treat everybody like a fucking human being and treat them the way you're treated? And for Pope Francis to do that, he's been a pretty progressive pope, and he's pretty awesome. So
he's the cool pope.
Yeah.
Pope Frank is the best pope.
I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you guys think the Pope's gay?
You know what?
It's possible.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
Oh, you wouldn't hate him for it?
No, I'd actually love him for it.
I'm glad you changed your views, Farzad.
I mean, it's very common in that line of work.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going into
stereotyping.
I'm just saying it's common.
All right, Mr. Stereotype, why don't you tell us
Based
about your
on past
encouragement?
behavior.
Based on the movie Spotlight.
My encouragement is that a lot of people are early voting. It's like record numbers. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I did no research, but I know a lot of early voting, whether it's in person.
Over 20 million.
Yeah, whether it's in person, whether it's Ivica, liberal media.
As of yesterday, it was 30 million votes.
Okay.
Woo!
That's fantastic. Yeah, so either in person and by mail, by drop-off, but whatever.
By
I just dropped mine off.
too. We don't discriminate.
Females are also voting. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I dropped off my ballot Saturday. I went to an office to do it just to make sure it got there. I know a lot of
It was
you.
a dentist's office, but
has everyone here done it? Yep, I forget.
I voted yes.
I have not done it yet, but I'm planning on just dropping it off at City Hall.
Farzad's still filling it out.
Dude, I just found out there's another discrimination
As we learned last
one.
week.
I'm still researching.
Yeah. But yeah, it's encouraging
Farzad
because
had 18
usually
props to look over.
when there's a high voter turnout, that means people change hands. So that's mostly what I'm encouraged by, is when people are motivated to vote, it's to vote for change. So hopefully that's what's actually happening.
I hope so too, Kyle. I'm optimistic.
I'm being realistic, but
or you're going to see me cry Wednesday, November 4th, when I host.
Yes, Joe will be hosting November 4th.
Given that there's so much turnout this early, I'm optimistic that things are probably.
I try not to get optimistic just about anything. So, but it's encouraging.
Well, we're not going to find out for another 2 weeks after the election anyway.
I'm not totally convinced.
Well,
A lot of
if
the
they listen to
states,
you, Farzad, nobody would vote for that.
Yeah, nobody would have bothered.
Supreme Court
Presidential
won't
election
decide the election for at least 2 months.
A lot of the states do count them early. Pennsylvania, one of the biggest swing states, unfortunately only counts them the day of. But
So
I mean,
the
it's all
inauguration will
scanned.
also
the same way.
be the announcement of who won the contest. Who won the
that'd be a good reveal. I like that.
Ooh, inauguration.
On the steps of the Capitol.
Royal Rumble.
Oh, that would be the
Wow.
best.
Counting crops, whoever comes up. Yeah.
You heard the glass break and the stone cold.
You see one of them ripping his speech apart, like, God damn it.
The same people that calculated the BCS are in charge of the presidential election now.
No idea what you said, Joe.
Yeah, Farzad was yelling. It's fine.
Well, yeah, that's what's encouraging is high voter turnout 2 weeks before it's even election day. So,
yeah, that's good, Kyle. I'm encouraged as well. Well, my encouragement, it has to do food-wise with foodstuffs.
He has nowhere to eat his
this
food.
This weekend, I got to meet a recently inducted lowlife who introduced me to this little donut shop that I did not know existed. It's apparently been a San Francisco staple for quite a while. Called Bob's
Top
Donuts.
My favorite jazz band is this little donut shop.
It's called Bob's Donuts, and they have the most wonderful donuts that I have ever seen in my goddamn life.
It's a poorly animated donut shop.
The donut that I had, I've had 2 donuts from there. One of them was a coffee glazed donut with chocolate drizzle on it, which was amazing. And then the other one was a guava-filled donut.
Guava.
It tasted like Hawaii is the best way to put it.
Can we have a?
It was so
poll
fucking
here?
good.
What was that?
And the other thing that they have at this place, which I was blown away by, they have 12-inch donuts, and they call it the challenge. If you manage to eat one, it's free, and you get a free T-shirt with your picture on the wall.
One bite.
How girthy is it though?
It's like just scale up a donut to 12
Was
inches.
it guava filled, Farzad?
Yeah, scale it up, just
stretch
expand
it out.
it, stretch it out, and then also make
So
it as
it's
thick
a
as
grower,
well.
not a shower, is what
Oh, it's a beast. It's a beast.
So,
but I'm very encouraged that this exists.
Show us your T-shirt.
No, that is going to be part of my plan because it's only a 10-minute bike ride from my house. So I will be doing the challenge in the coming weeks once I move.
Wow. Try that challenge. Will you live stream it?
I am absolutely doing the challenge, I
Twitch?
think, when I move. I have to.
Live
I think
stream
it's
on this channel.
So question.
We'll be on Twitch. We'll do an IRL stream.
Question. Are all you guys a fan of filled donuts?
No.
It depends on the filling.
Okay,
Like,
I was not a fan of filled
cream or
donuts.
lemon or whatever.
Jelly,
I'm a huge
Bavarian,
fan.
any of it.
It was
I'm
powdered.
not a fan
It
at
doesn't
all.
matter what it is. The glazed one, it does depend on what's in the middle. I like a lemon
If
filling.
if you can bite in and have a squirt in your mouth, it's the best feeling.
But I don't like when it's raspberry.
Donuts too. Donuts are good when that happens.
That's what,
That's a guilty pleasure of mine are maple bars. I absolutely
It's not a guilty
love
pleasure,
maple
Farzad.
bars.
You've been telling us for weeks now.
Okay. With that, Greg, why don't you tell us about your encouragement?
All right, so local forecasters are calling for cold and snow on Sunday and Monday, with temperatures beginning to fall starting tomorrow. Currently, there are multiple fires burning in Colorado, including the Camera Peak fire, which has burned over 200,000 acres and is now the largest fire in our history. So there's a bunch of other fires as well. But we need the snow. We need it badly. So hopefully it comes, and it comes heavily, and it extinguishes a bunch of these fucking
Twister.
Amen, sir. With you.
Awesome.
With all
I'm with
that
you on
cold, Farzad's 12-inch donut's now going to be like an 8-inch donut.
I mean, shrink
It'll be
is
easier
a
to eat.
factor.
Yeah. He'll win the challenge.
I mean, I can win the fight. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Thanks, Kyle.
Let's go.
The outside will be on the inside.
Scott, tell us about your encouragement.
I get to shop for a new phone now that I smashed mine. So I've been researching the perfect phone, and I finally purchased one today.
All right. What is it?
Did you get the? What is that? Is it the LG phone that flips open? The T1?
Ooh.
I got the LG V60, not the flip one, but this one has a dual screen case, so I can multitask it.
Dual screen
It
case.
should be fun
like
to play
a
with.
dual screen, like just in general. What?
Yeah.
No, everything
Like,
looks
Did
at
you buy a
is dull.
Nintendo DS by accident?
Basically, you can use it as an emulator because it has like.
Yeah, he's been
flip-side
playing
plug-in.
Link Back to the Future or whatever.
Link to the past.
Link, we gotta go. Someone's been captured again.
We gotta go to the 50s, the big cannon.
You'll need a new phone again after Friday Night Zoom when you watch Farzad come out of the shower again.
That's when he throws his own phone to avoid seeing it.
Yeah, I throw my phone at my monitor.
That's what I was trying to say.
But I will say, there is a good DS game, Link Between Worlds, which uses the same Link to the Past overworld map. So I will recommend that.
Ocarina of Time? That was my jam.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time, sorry. N64? That was my
I
shit.
think they remade it for DS, I believe. Ported it. Anyway.
Good
And
laughs. Good laughs.
With that, with all our encouragements complete, I think it's time for our low life highlights.
What?
We don't have a stinger, do we?
Still not a drop for this.
No, that's my favorite.
All right, Joe, take it away.
We don't have a stinger.
All right. So,
Let's play the same one.
Bethany J. Villa on Twitter. She said, podcast makes me happy. True crime in particular. This one in particular. Who does a podcast? That's not a true. Sorry. It's called The Night Driver.
He's got bits.
I believe that's a podcast, a true crime podcast.
I have also heard
So-
The Night Driver. It's Australian based, about the disappearance
Greg.
of a woman, unfortunately. And
Oh,
investigating
Giles.
that.
Wait, no, he's in Canada. Sorry.
No,
Interesting.
it was not Giles. Unless. I don't know how long he's lived in Canada.
Good point.
Judging by his accent, his entire life.
Waiting for Farzad to move us along.
Hey Squiggle on
Let's move
Discord
along.
says it's encouraging that I have all next week off after 2 nightmare weeks at work and possibly getting my first compound bow kill. Is he
Oh shit!
talking about on Call of Duty?
What does that mean? Did somebody explain that to
I
me?
misread that. I thought it was compound bow. I didn't read the kill part. What
Oh,
did
it
my
is.
question is,
Oh.
what did he kill?
He hasn't done it yet. He's going to do it next week.
No, he's saying he has the
encouraged by
potential to do
The
it.
week off.
Oh. Is he
He's to
talking about
fill
Call
up
of
his
Duty or
murder
like real
cabin
life?
or shack, whatever it is.
Is he making rugs? He's got to go murder something?
Can
in the
somebody
forest?
explain to me what a compound bow kill is? It's like a bow and
compound
arrow
bow.
tool or
Hunting.
something?
It's using a
he's gonna
compound
shoot
go
something.
bow to get a kill.
The compound
Okay.
bow.
He's going to be guarding the polling places.
It's what you put on your
Sorry, James.
wart. What on your wart after your wart goes away after using compound W. You put a compound bow.
Greg, you
That's
Celebrate.
gone over my head. I don't get what just happened. WD-40? What just happened?
This show
Sorry,
needs
who's next?
WD-40 to lube it up.
Greg, why don't you tell
Oh,
us
no,
the
Greg.
next?
He's just reading.
This one comes back from what? This one comes from Nat the Brat on Discord. Most of my lilies have bloomed.
All right.
All right. That is a highlight.
It's a metaphor for.
I want to know what happened to the rest of them.
Scott?
You know what I'm saying?
Should say most.
I think Farzad
Did you
pissed
know
on the other one.
lilies are not
Yeah, I gave him an extra helping of organic fertilizer.
because his roommate took the toilet.
He did. He took everything.
No, there was a dresser.
nothing.
There's a dresser in the living room, a toilet in the kitchen, a microwave oven in
Matt-
the bedroom.
It's all gone.
Nat the Brat's actually in chat, and she says, I'm going to do a more interesting one now that I know you read them out loud. Thank you. Please do an interesting one next time.
Thought I was just doing a poll for
More
fun.
of a visual encouragement.
Yeah, join the
She posted a
Discord
pic.
so you can see the
I
photo.
didn't exactly punch it up.
Call.
I believe we have a voicemail queued up.
Oh boy.
Oh, we do.
Greg.
Yes, a man and lads around the house last night playing Goon of Fortune. We're working up quite an appetite. And Dale goes, let's get Monaro and go to Macca's. So we scoot over there, and Johnny goes, I've got no ducats. Lucky the rock and roll landed. So we go by grab. And half an hour later, Dale, he's got the gazzos. So we bail there and go home.
Yep. All right, I'm pausing it. We're only halfway through.
All
Do you guys?
We're only halfway
any
through.
I
idea?
can tell you
We're only
exactly
halfway
what happened.
through.
So he and his buddies
Okay.
went to McDonald's, but his buddy
Macca's.
didn't have any money.
Macca's.
Nuggets.
So then they went home, and then half an hour later, we pick it up now.
Okay.
He had
Oh, good.
Gabos.
I had no idea what he said. I still don't know if Greg's making this up.
Well, I understood a half. No, Greg's right, but there's
I
a
heard
lot there
Macca's
that I
and
don't
Duggets.
understand. Yeah.
I'm a beer in, so I kind of understand.
Oh,
I'm
wanna
two
hear- I wanna
beers
hear
in,
more.
And I understand
I
nothing.
need to hear more.
Please continue.
It's him and Marcus both went to the school of storytelling, apparently.
Clearly.
I
After
looked at the
disaster.
time difference and I thought, fuck, let's call Greg. Greg. To see what's been happening. Greg is in love. He's been talking to a Sheila who turns out to be a bloke. And I go,
Oh no.
I'm happy for you, Greg. Very happy.
So he's claiming
Is that
he
it?
called me and I told him I was dating somebody. He assumed it was a woman, but it turned out to be a bloke. And he's saying,
Sheila, specifically.
Yes.
Grad, he said, I'm happy
Did
for
he
you.
call you?
I'm happy for you. No, he's just breaking my
He
balls.
just said it.
That's what he
That's all
said
Knut
in
does.
the voicemail.
No,
Oh,
it
Greg.
happened.
I'm going to have to listen to that back.
It was all a long story so he could break my balls and call me gay.
Basically. That's the kind of humor we love in Australia.
Oh, you're a Halloween gay?
Wait, what?
And with that, everyone, that brings the show to a close. The Halloween gay. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It's been a pleasure. And the show is over.
Wait, really?
Wait, we don't have plugs?
Yeah, I don't get
Call
to
us
plug
at
myself.
424
Well,
Oh.
260-6969.
Yes,
No.
if
I
you
guess you can do
have,
plugs.
if you
All right,
have
fine.
a
The show's
highlight,
not over.
if you have a
Let's put some plugs.
highlight or a
Let's
low
plug
light,
the show. Greg,
Oh,
why don't
boy.
you plug the show?
All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. You're our favorite low lifes. You're our only low lifes. It's that time again. Subscribe to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/anulopod. Ask us how to use your free Amazon sub. We got your answer there. So come on over. We do some live stuff, including our Wednesday show, sometimes Thursdays. Maybe election night, probably not, but you never know. Email us at contact@anulo.co. Give us a call and leave us a voicemail at the number mentioned just a second ago. Tell us your disappointments, encouragements. and if you need
424
any
260-6969. Nice.
If you need any bad advice, thanks again for listening. The show is now over. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you for listening to A New Low Podcast Network. We've got 4 fun podcasts on our current roster for you. Every other Monday, you can enjoy the Misbehavior Journal Club, a podcast highlighting exciting developments in the neuroscience community, hosted by Amiel Moreno and Leia Krebit. Get some in-depth analysis of all things sports with Cheers from the Press Box, dropping 2 episodes a week, co-hosted by comic Brendan Tassif and hip-hop artist Joe Dorville. Catch me, Kyle Loader, with my right-hand man, Joe Dorville, every Wednesday as we discuss a different song from the Hamilton musical soundtrack on Who Does a Podcast. Last, but certainly not least, is our network's flagship podcast, A New Low, which drops every Friday. A New Low highlights a wide variety of current events that both disappoint and encourage our 5 diverse co-hosts, who are Farzad, Headphone Joe, No O No E Dorville, Scott by Scott, L Greg, and me, Kyle. Every episode of all these podcasts and all of our social media details and links can be found at anewlow.co. That's anewlow.co. All our shows can also be found everywhere podcasts are available. Like and subscribe is the name of the game. Thanks again for all your support.